Check this out. Welcome to another one. I wasn't going to do another video today, but I am now, because we've just come up here. We decided to go for a walk. If you haven't seen last week's video, I did a video on panoramics because I'm out with Paul. Paul's a client today. That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, you can see him. He's waving. You can see you. Yeah, and he knows his stuff with his camera. He's quite happy and content with his camera. I don't need to tell him how to use his camera. Very big into wildlife, but he's getting into landscape. So he's asked to come out with me for a couple of days, and I'm going to take him around Snowdonia. And at the moment we're in the Llyn Valley. We're up above Llyn Idwal, or Llyn Idwal, I think it's called, in Welsh. And I'm not very good at all those languages, but you know, I'll try. But we've come up for a walk just to show him some elevations, because he likes to do panoramics, which is what got me going on the last video. And I will put the link up for you, so check that out. But yeah, we just couldn't help ourselves other than stop and get the camera out. And I'm on a search for a tree. I've seen a picture of a tree, and it's actually on my desktop at work. I'll put it up in a corner for you because I've got it off of Google. It's not my image, so I'll put it up in a corner just to show you. But there's a tree, and I've just spotted it now. We've been walking up here for quite a while looking for it and couldn't find it, but I found this tree. So the video today is going to be about time blending. Now, I've mentioned time blending before in my videos, and I had someone ask me only a couple of days ago, what is time blending? What am I talking about? And basically I'm talking about taking different pictures at different moments of time and then blending them together. So for this instance, I've just been taking several different bracketed shots to bracket in to get all the dynamic range, not that I always use them, but you're looking at Llyn, I think that's called, and we're looking over Llyn Idwal, and the light was at the top just now, and it's just moved its way down. And as it moved its way down, I took a picture of it at the top, I took a picture of it in the middle, picture of it further down, and it was lighting bits around the corner. Then the light over here on the hillside this side, it was in different places. Some of it was in shade, some was in light. So I've taken several shots with the light in lots of different places. And what I'll do is I'll paint back by putting overlays in Photoshop. And I will probably I'm going to try and take you back to the studio again, well, my little bedroom, whichever it is. And I'll try and do a little bit of time blending for you to show you what it is, where I paint the images back in and try and produce one image. I've actually done a video on the other side of the valley where I did that exact thing. Again, I'll put the link up if I can find the video for you, and it does explain a little bit, but I'll try and actually show you how I'm painting it in and do a little bit on the computer as well. I don't want to get into all this computer stuff, but I think it's time I do a couple of sort of slightly educational videos, and I'm getting a nod as well. You know, he agrees. I'll show a little bit. So yeah, we've basically taken that picture with the light in different places, and I'm going to blend it all together. There's no light down here in the valley, which is a shame, but the sun's on the backside of this mountain, the Devil's Kitchen, or whatever they want to call it. The sun's behind, so it's never ever going to get high enough to sort of light this valley, I don't think, not at this time of the year anyway. So that's all I'm going to talk about at the moment. I was on F11, focused on the beginning of the Llyn, and everything else will be sharp enough at F11. But we are going to head that way, and I'm going to show you this tree, and I'm going to take a picture of this tree, even though it's looking deadish, and it's on a rocky crop that's quite hard to get to apparently. But you know me, I am in for a challenge, and I will get a shot of it one way or another, even if I've got to put a long lens on. And I'm going to do the same thing with the moving clouds. I'm going to try and explain time blending and talk you through the different shots that I'm taking, and then show you how to put them together. So that's it. I've been talking for 3.5 hours, so I'm going to shut up and let's get moving. So we've made a bit of a pit stop, and I'm right next to the tree at the moment. Paul's over there doing a bit of rock climbing, so I've got him out the corner of my eye, making sure he's not taking any silly risks, which I'm sure he's growing up enough not to, but you never know when you get carried away in the moment. But yeah, I've got this tree in front of me. In fact, I've got two trees. I'm going to take a picture of them both now. I've got the camera out because I like them there. Now, there's no light on the subject. I can't do anything about that, so I'm not going to be light painting this. Even though the light is actually coming down behind it, there might be a freaky moment where it actually gets low enough, so I'm going to be very ready in case it does. Oh, it's actually coming this way. If it can come any further, oh, look at this. It might almost be there. I'm going to take a shot. No, it's not coming down low enough. I knew it wouldn't. The mountains there are obviously obscuring all the light hitting that. If I can get down lower, If I can get down lower, definitely, but it's going to mean a little bit of scrambling, and I'm prepared to do it because I'm going to shoot this in one way or another. But this just looks stunning, and I just said to Paul before I switched the camera on, I said it almost looks three-dimensional. That's because it is. And he laughed, and it is. There's a definite drop behind it because it's on this little rocky crop, which I'm going to take you over and show you anyway. There's nothing behind, so there's a proper 2-dimension to it, or 3-dimension to it, and it looks really cool. But yeah, 2 trees. I've got a live one and a dead one, but it's not ideal. It's not right yet, but I've got a record of it. Now I'm going to do a bit of work. I'm going to go down lower. I'm going to scramble down here a bit without twisting my ankle, and I'm going to leave my bag up here, and I'm going to get down low enough where I can put that tree with the light on the mountain behind it. And then I'm going to go up a bit further up the steps behind you, and I'm going to walk down, and I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to wait and do a bit of light painting and try and get the light in different places because it's looking fantastic over there again. So I want that tree in it, I want the lake in it, and I want the mountain in it. And I know it's possible because, like I say, I've seen the picture and so have you. So somebody on Google's got it, so I've got to try and find it. Right, I'm done with that one. I'm going to move down there just to start with, and then I'll move on to get a bit further around. There's a hole. There's nothing under my foot. Can't go much further because it's all heather here. So I'm going to try somewhere in between this heather. This is where this massive tripod comes in hand, isn't it? You can sink it into the ground.
Not overly heavy, is it?
Not really, no. No, they're pretty good. Right. So before I get too settled, I better come and get you. I said before, the things I do just to show you what I get up to. Where are you? Come here. Now I've balanced my bag on that bit of heather, so hopefully it won't disappear down this hill because it's an awful long way down to go and get it. And it is one of these Compton tips as well. Always zip your bag up just in case. Right, so let's put you down here. Right, what we're looking at is the little tree. Is it there? Can't see it. Is it there? I think it's there on the end of that picture, so there we go. Right, we're down. We're down. You're with me. Whew, that was interesting, wasn't it? Right, so hopefully now, when that light comes back across the top again, I should be low enough for the light to be behind that little tree. That's the plan. So I'm going to zoom right in on the tree. I just want that one tree. I'm going to focus on the tree, f11, which is, I seem to shoot at f11 a lot these days. And I'm going to go vertical with it because I want to get the rocks below. That's much better. So the tree's higher up on the thirds, top left side of the image. I've got the big lump of rocky outcrop it's on. Camera's nice and level, and then I've got the rocks below. It's got a little bit wider, tip it down a bit more. And Paul's coming down beside me. Go slowly, 1 foot at a time, because as you put your foot down, you can't quite... Okay, no, I won't. It's not anywhere near it yet. So I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. And then I will take a shot here, and I am going to move around because that is begging for me to get a photo, an open photograph where I can time blend it. These puffy clouds that are just working their way across the hills are really, really good. And I know it seems like I'm taking a lot of photographs for myself, but this is under Paul's instruction. I'm out to take photographs as well with him. So anyone wants to come out, again, I'm going to mention this. If you do want to come out, whether you want to learn a little bit about your camera, whether you just want to come out on these locations and stuff like that. I know this is a honeypot location, but this is not a honeypot tree. And, you know, if for someone that's never been here before, it's a proper eye-opener.
And he carries all your kit for you as well.
And I do carry all your kit for you. No, I don't. No, I don't at all. Albeit I did last week. I help both Clive and Linda, because yeah, I carried both their bags for them. Not their camera bags, mind, only the food bags. Right, we're just going to wait now. So I'm going to turn you off. When the light comes on, I'll switch you back on again. His fault, but I've given up waiting. Look, he's gone over there and he's got a cracking open. He's now opened up the perspective on that tree. I keep watching the light. It's over there in the distance at the moment, but I almost had it just now, but my foot's hurting because my foot's right on a slope, right on an angle, and I don't think I can wait any longer for the light here. I think I'm going to maneuver, go up and get my bag and maneuver myself round over there and be in a better position and a flatter position and wait for it in a better position. I've got a shot here. If it worked, I'll show you it to you now. If not, I'll see you when I get over that side. We're back on. I'm sort of almost standing up now. I'm going to stoop down while I talk to you. I've got another shot set up. I haven't quite got the shot that I intended to get. I've come round and I thought it might be better just shooting the tree. But what I've done, I've changed my mind and I'm keeping both the trees in, because there's actually 2 trees. I'm keeping both the trees in. I've got this lovely snaking Llyn Idwal, and I've got Llyn, the mountain in the background with the light on it. And again, now I'm just taking random shots. I'm on single shots and I'm just taking a single shot every time. In fact, no, I'm going to go to bracket because there's quite a bit of dynamic range. And I'm just taking a bracketed shot when the clouds move, when the light moves on the hillside. So at the moment we've got a little bit of cloud coming over and the top of the mountain is just starting to be lit up now. So 2-second timer, I'll get that and the bit at the bottom. Hopefully that light will then come across and light sort of around the water. I've got no polarizer on because I just like that real bright glare on the water. To eliminate that, it'll just all blend in. I don't want it to blend in. So again, I'm going to take another shot. The light's now come over the top and I quite like that where it is. So there's a strip of light coming down the top. Hopefully you can see it. It's sort of up there somewhere. It's creeping down the mountain. So if you keep an eye on that light in the background while I'm talking to you, you'll see it's moving. And it's moving through the image, and I keep taking a shot every so often when it's in a slightly different place. And it's just starting to hit the hillside now over here behind the tree. And I know it means taking a lot of photographs, and I think that image I took and I showed in the other video from Llyn Idwal, I think there was about 90 images to actually make one image, which seems really extreme, but it was 10 times better than the plain image on its own. Now the lights come down on the back of the lake, so we can use that, maybe blend that in with a patch across the middle of the mountain, and we're going to wait for it to come further, and this could be the shot where it lights the tree up, so I might quickly scramble to snap my tree as well. You'll see me in complete panic mode, and it's come across a bit further, so the light now on Llyn is fantastic. I love that zigzag now on the top of the mountain, so we'll definitely be painting that back in. And we're just going to wait now for it to move across, and what it's doing is it's separating the dark rocks on the mountain to the back of the lake, or Llyn. And look at that, it's behind the black tree. Oh wow, the tree's so prominent now, standing out. How fantastic is that? And now it's going down to the little tree, and I may have to quickly change my composition, but now it's lighting up the hillside behind that tree, and it's made that tree, the one with the leaves on, stand right out. Could just do it coming a little bit lower. I'm just going to keep taking them as it moves along, and this is light painting, this is time blending. Because each time I take a picture is a different time, and each different time the light's in a different place, so that's why we're calling it time blending. And I'm going to have to call it on that one. I think I've got enough, and I'm going to quickly now spin my camera around and I'm going to zoom in on them trees because they are fantastic. Look at them, focus on the trees, bang, and we're away. The light's behind it, amazing, amazing, amazing. I've got the sky in it as well. Yes, definitely pleased with that. And if I'm quick enough, if I can do it, I'm going to flip it round into vertical. What about this for live time, eh? And I'm going to go zoom in on that tree, which is what I was waiting for earlier on. I don't really want the sky in it, but I'm going to have to live with it from the position I'm in. Focus on the tree, quick, the light's going. Focus on the tree and get me vertical one. Fantastico. And we're going to go over to the other tree as well and get one of that. Just because it's there, why not? I'm here. That one's not as good because the sky is quite bright in it, but I'll take it anyway. The light's just going off behind, just going off. I'm not sure I managed to get that one in time. So yeah, now you've seen me rushing and panicking real time, getting a few photographs, but that whole scene was well worth it. That's going to make a fantastic photograph. So here we go, studio time, and I'll show you how to put this one together. And I'm definitely now going over onto that rocky crop, and I'm going to get the shot I actually came for. But that is well worth it, well worth it. And the light's in the foreground now. What a shame I've moved the camera because the light's down here in the foreground. That would have been perfect. Maybe I'll set it back up again and try again. Very, very good. Can't believe the lights come down here in the foreground. I didn't think it was going to make it down there. It's a cracking shot though, isn't it? Look at that, straight back in, bang, away you go. Well, would you believe it? Tried to get up to the rocks the other side, absolutely no chance. It was really, really dodgy and quite dangerous. So I've come round, we've come up on the pathway now, and look at this, there's almost a path in here for me to get down to it. So I should be able to get down there now, get that tree somewhere in that lake, in that water, in the Llyn, and if not, even, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get that tree and those rocks. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be, well, I'm not going to say perfect because it's probably when I'm going to fall on me ass and make a fool of myself, but it's going to be pretty good. Are you shooting higher? Paul's shooting higher, so shall I wait for him to get his shot before I go and stand in it? I can't carry on, you're paying for this.
I can clone you out.
Oh, cheek of it, he can clone me out, he says. I thought you were going to say it was worth more money with me, innit? Right, we're having a bit of a, not quite a social moment. I've just said to Paul, he was down in front of me just now, and excuse me while I'm snapping while I'm taking it because the light's moving, and this is one of those light blending, time blend images. We've got onto the rocky outcrop. We haven't moved down yet. You can see it's down there. We'll come onto the first bit, and the reason I've come onto this first bit, I was sort of looking with my phone to see if I could get a similar shot to what's on my computer, and I don't want to replicate it identically, and I am further over as I can. If I go any further, I'm sliding. I'm not here to replicate that shot, exactly, because I think I can improve on that shot anyway. It is only a Google shot after all. No, really, the light's going to be different. But I want to try and, I'm going to go down and use the rock and the tree. I want to try and lift the tree up so it's even higher into the water patch, so it makes it stand out if I can, or at least put it against Llyn and wait until the light's on the background. And all I'm doing again now, I'm doing exactly the same as I spoke to you just now about. I'm waiting for the light to move along in different positions, and just, I'm going to blend it all in. In all fairness, this shot now, this actual one I'm going to take right now, is probably light. You don't even need to light paint it. The patchy light is actually doing it all for you. But the tree's just sitting in the gap, and like I say, the light coming over is absolutely fantastic. And you've got the dry stream where the water would obviously run down the mountains and run down between on a really heavy snowfall or something like that. And it's a beautiful S-curve. It slides all the way through the image, and the way the lake is, Llyn Idwal, is just absolutely stunning. Now, I don't say that a lot about, images, of getting overexcited, but this is one of those ones that really does work. Whether it's a bit picture booky, whether it's a biscuit tin type of thing, I don't know, but it is well worth going on a biscuit tin if not. And I know there's a big clunking going on. It keeps shifting the rocks behind us. This thing here is going ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. It's a Nikon. Well, what do you expect? A D850? Is that one of them big posh ones? Yeah, it is. It is. He's got a posh one. No. They always say it's not the size of your camera, is it? No. Look at mine, my little dinky XT4. But listen to it. When it goes off again, just listen to this. I'm going to get close so you can hear it. Battery went dead. I just got him again. I've actually gone down onto one shot now, and I've just turned the polarizer just on the front there. I just twizzled the polarizer a little bit, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you what it does. Let me flick it over onto video for you so you can actually see the scene in front of me. Right, so the scene in front of me, this is what we're shooting. Got this little tree down here on this rocky outcrop, which is absolutely fantastic. It's sitting in the little patch of water, and then you've got this leading line coming from this bottom corner down there, leading you through to this beautiful S. I mean, how beautiful is that for an image? Running through then in all this dappled light here, and these nice clouds. The clouds are pretty good, and then you get this bit of soft light coming down this side as well. But that is what it's all about, that little tree and that scene there. Absolutely fantastic. You see it's on the thirds as well. I like to balance my images. It's not quite in the center. I've just pushed it off to the third slightly, so it makes all the difference. But the polarizer, if we turn the polarizer, you can just see that it's taking the glare off the water slightly, and I think that's a bit too much, and I think that's a bit too much, but just somewhere in between, just to give that little bit of a sheen just on the edge of the water. I think that's just enough to make it work. All right, flick it back over to this is the other reason my videos are long. Now, I've talked about making my videos shorter lately, especially on Facebook, on my group and that, about making them shorter, making them more watchable, seeing if I can get a bigger audience by making smaller videos. But it's impossible for me to make a small video and keep rambling on. Now, I'm sure there's a few people out there, including Mrs. C, that would love me to shut up. But when I'm talking about what I'm doing and showing what I'm doing and explaining it and out having a laugh and showing how we're getting to these places, I can't make it any shorter. So yeah, all those guys that want a shorter one, I'm afraid it's long videos for me forever, I think. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. Anyway, right, I'm gonna put my earplugs in while he's taking pictures, because it's absolutely killing my ears. and I'm gonna just take a few more shots and I know it's a Nikon. Let's arc at it, kalunk, kalunk, kalunk. That time you got a new one, it's broken. The trees, oh sorry, I just walked into a wall. The tree's not much of a tree anymore. And I'm just trying to look, as you can see, I'm trying to look round things and stuff. I mean, that would be, look at that, wouldn't that be fantastic if I could get, there's not much chance of me getting out here because literally below me is nothing. But that looks pretty awesome if I can get the camera out there. So I might try that, but we'll see. Let's not step backwards. And I'm banging you against the rocks and stuff as I'm climbing. I'm just trying to get in a position that I can take this shot. I'm now with said tree, and like Paul said, it's a bit of a scabby looking tree, but there is actually a climbing rope round it. Someone's put a little rope round it. I'm not sure now I'm actually right on top of it, and don't get me wrong, I'm right on top of it, whether it actually works. I think I almost got the best shot from where I was. I can't get it up in the air because it's sticking out the side. I'd like to get that shot from here, but I don't think I can get my tripod out there because, let's say down there, it's just, that's what I'm looking at. And I need to get the tripod sticking out. I'm gonna have a try. I'm gonna put you down, put my bag down so I'm a bit lighter. I'm gonna try and get my tripod balanced in some position where I can get that tree sticking out the side. And then I'm gonna call it on this video because it's definitely long enough. And this is not, it's nice and craggy to walk. You know, it's sort of dry rocks, but it's not the easiest manoeuvring with all your kit on. But look, even there, if I get around behind my camera, even round here, if I can get round here, and you've got to be careful because it's quite moggy and slipping. See there, the way the tree sticks out here, and I quite like that. I'm just not sure. Maybe if I can get down here, maybe I can get one there. So I'm going to get a camera set up. If I can get it to work, I'll turn you on and tell you what I'm getting. If it's a dodgy position, then I'll just take the shots and then I'll show you them after. But yeah, wish me luck. We're done, we've done it. I've got the shot, and I've got my selfie, of course, hashtag keep the selfie. You know you've got to get a selfie. Climbed up on the rock, and I've got two, so one would probably be the thumbnail. Paul's just took one of me as well. Tripods have got aloft. Looks pretty good. I might even use that for me banner for a while. But yeah, stunning location. I did get the shots. I'm sorry I couldn't take you over there and talk to me because I was literally leg balanced on the edge of the cliff. Tripod was leaning over, but I think it worked. I'm sure you've probably already seen it. Bracketed the shots. I focused on the tree, F11, and I'm also probably going to do a little bit of time blending on it, a little bit of, you know, light blending or light painting or whatever you want to call it, just to make sure the light is in the right places. But I think the best shot was the one I took before from up on the rocky outcrop behind, with it a little bit smaller in the frame. But absolutely made up that I found this tree, made up that I've got here, and I know Paul's enjoying himself. He's got a smile. He's going to have a face ache later on. But yeah, no, really, really good. I'm going to cut it here now. I'm going to finish here because I'm sure this has been another long one. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? But we are going to a different location later on this afternoon, or this evening, should I say, once we've had some dinner. Maybe not as high as I thought I was going to go, but we're definitely going to go and show him where it is. And yeah, till next time, don't forget, like and subscribe and all the usual stuff. Share the video. Sharing the video is probably really good for getting other people seeing it, because not everyone's going to find me unless they know what they're looking for. So yeah, share the video, put it on your Facebook groups, put it on your social medias, any way you can. It really is a big help. It's much appreciated. Till next time, ciao for now.